Pace.
Frequent covers on the challenges.
See if she can get Rhea in a little bit of a whirlwind, a little bit of
Dominik Mysterio to ditch Liv Morgan and bring former WWE star back to Raw as his new girlfriend. Exploring the possibility, Dominik Mysterio and Liv Morgan have been together as a couple since the 2024 SummerSlam. The power couple has been unstoppable lately. They have achieved massive momentum and etched their names in the books as top heels on the current active roster. However, spectators could see a potential heartbreaking betrayal, courtesy of a returning former superstar. For some time, fans have been pointing out some subtle hints dropped by WWE about a potential breakup between Morgan and Mysterio. In a shocking twist, Dirty Dom could pull the trigger and ditch the Miracle Kid, kicking her out of the Judgment Day by bringing former WWE Divas Champion Paige, aka Saraya, back to the company as his new girlfriend. Paige recently announced her departure from AEW, sparking rumors of her return to the Stamford-based company. Upon her comeback, she could align herself with Dominik Mysterio. This could allow her to capture the fans' attention. She wrestled her final match in WWE back in 2017. That said, the above-mentioned angle is hypothetical at this point and the fans will have to tune into Raw to see how the story progresses. Finn Balor comments on alleged heat between him and Dominik Mysterio on RAW while speaking on Raw Recap. Finn Balor talked about the heat between him and faction mate Dominik Mysterio. The Demon Prince stated that he and Dirty Dom are brothers, and brothers often fight and argue, but they have each other's back. Look, me and Dom are brothers. And anyone in the world who has a brother knows that, eventually, if you're in an argument with your brother, you duke it out. You have a bit of pushing and shoving, a little bit of play acting, but at the end of the day, you're always brothers. Regardless of how much you fight and bicker, you're still family. Me and Dom are still family, and we know that. I know that Dom's got my back, and Dom knows I've got his back, Balor said. With WrestleMania 41 on the horizon, it will be interesting to see what plans the Triple H-led creative team has for the Judgment Day in the coming weeks. She could introduce her ex-partner Rusev, aka Miro, in WWE as Finn Balor's replacement. In a backstage segment on Raw this week, the Prince bragged about being next in line for an Intercontinental title shot. However, Morgan's smile faded away, and she later told Dominik that he deserved the title shot, not Finn. She implicitly tried to make Dirty Dom realize that Balor is trying to overshadow him. This hinted that a potential betrayal might be on the horizon for the Prince, with the former women's champion leading the charge. There are speculations that WWE could plan a multi-person match for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, with Penta, Finn Balor, Dominik Mysterio, and Braun Breaker expected to be involved. During the final moments of this match, Liv Morgan could execute her plan by revealing Rusev as her masterstroke. The former AEW star could enter at the perfect moment by costing the Prince and helping Dominik Mysterio win the coveted Intercontinental title. Multiple reports state that Miro will likely be heading to WWE this summer. In 2020, Rusev and Liv Morgan were in an alliance for a short period against Lana and Bobby Lashley. Hence, Morgan could possibly bring her ex-partner back as the Judgment Day's new member. Liv Morgan will become the new leader of the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day is seemingly crumbling, and Liv Morgan could pick up the pieces. With the possibility of the Miracle Kid betraying Finn Balor, she might have some evil intentions. The former women's champion could be looking to become the new leader of the Judgment Day. The 30-year-old has already won the women's tag team title with Raquel Rodriguez, and ousting Finn Balor would cement her as the group's top star. Moreover, with the unwavering loyalty of Mysterio and Rodriguez on her side, she would have the numbers advantage to claim herself as the faction's leader. If she manages to make Dirty Dom an Intercontinental Champion at the Show of Shows this year, she might claim herself to be the architect of the Judgment Day's gold rush. And this would no doubt accentuate her role in the faction, making her a respectable figure in the group. While it is an intriguing possibility, it is mere speculation. It will be interesting to see how things play out on the road to WrestleMania. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez to defend their title against a budding alliance at WrestleMania 41. Considering she has been one of WWE's best performers for the past year, it's a shame Liv Morgan doesn't already have a WrestleMania match. She and Raquel Rodriguez look set to defend their women's tag team championship at the Show of Shows, with a budding alliance potentially challenging them. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, trauma bonding. with fellow WWE star following Raw Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan bonded over trauma with a fellow WWE star following Raw. The Judgment Day Stars are the reigning women's tag team champions and won the title by defeating Bianca Belair and Naomi last month. The company is currently on its Europe tour, and its next stop is Italy. Following last night's Raw in Belgium, women's tag team champions and Kathy Kelly are currently in Rimini, Italy, where they did laundry but couldn't find a cab afterward. Kelly revealed that they had 2 taxis cancelled on them, and they were bonding through trauma. Morgan then admitted that she does not feel more bonded to the backstage interviewer, and Kelly humorously responded by claiming she was only walking with the Judgment Day Stars so she didn't get kidnapped. True trauma bonding experience, walking in the cold, had 2 taxis cancelling on us, Kathy Kelly said. I don't feel more bonded to you though, Morgan replied. The only reason I'm going back with you guys is because I don't want to get kidnapped, Kelly added. Liv Morgan interrupted an interview with Jade Cargill this past Friday night on WWE SmackDown. The 2 stars will be squaring off in a singles match this week on the Blue brand. Former WWE star reveals she would like to battle Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. WWE legend Layla recently disclosed that she would love to return to the company to battle women's tag team champions Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Layla used to be in a popular tag team with Michelle McCool, and the duo was known as Laycool. In an interview with Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour, the former women's champion was asked who she would like to square off against on today's roster. She named Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez as potential opponents for Laycool. I would love to face Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. I would because I think that would be a good match. But you know what, even Liv and Raquel, even that, it would be hilarious. I think Laycool could make it work with any of the girls right now in the tag team division if that's something that they would ever want to do. I think it would work. We'd make it work, how about that? We'd make it work, she said. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan are in their 3rd reign as women's tag team champions. It will be interesting to see if the Judgment Day Stars defend the title next month at WWE WrestleMania 41. Liv Morgan shares Judgment Day update without key member Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are the reigning women's tag team champions and Dominik Mysterio is her boyfriend. J.D. McDonough is currently absent from television but surprisingly remains on Liv's good side. But what about Finn Balor? On Raw, Finn Balor locked horns with Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker in an attempt to win the prestigious belt. However, the Prince failed. Dirty Dom interfered in his favor, but Mysterio inadvertently cost Balor's chances when he delayed the former Universal Champion from capitalizing on the situation. Taking to Instagram, Liv Morgan shared a snap with Raquel Rodriguez. They were standing in front of a graffiti-filled wall. Each member of the Judgment Day was mentioned on the wall, with Balor and Carlito being excluded. While the former United States champion has always been portrayed as an outsider in the group, Finn Balor is the oldest remaining member. The former Universal Champion has been at odds with Dirty Dom of late, but the latter has made attempts to work things out. However, after Balor's loss to Breaker and Mysterio's involvement, could an implosion be on the way? The Judgment Day may be out of the Intercontinental Championship picture for now, as Penta stopped their attack on Braun Breaker post-match. Breaker and Penta stood face-to-face to end the show, potentially foreshadowing a title match at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas on April 19-20. Are Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez in for a nightmare at WWE WrestleMania 41? Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez won the Women's Tag Team Championships on Raw a few weeks ago. But they currently do not have challengers for WWE's biggest show of the year. A fan sent a message to her on social media, claiming that Nikki Cross is calling out the former Women's World Champion. She retorted by expressing that if it came down to them in the ring, she would beat Cross. Interestingly, a major angle involving the Wyatt Six was reportedly considered for Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania in Las Vegas. Perhaps Morgan's mistake involving the Wyatt Six foreshadowed a tag team contest on the grandest spectacle. Only time will tell. Meanwhile, Asuka is reportedly penciled in to work a tag team match at the Show of Shows. If she is back in time with Kairi Sane,